Today's video is a quick gift guide for the 2022 holiday season for the photographers and filmmakers in your life. I've got a bunch of awesome stocking stuffer priced items. Most everything is $50 and under, with a couple of exceptions that I'll get to later in the video. But if you are looking for a really accessible gift to give to a photographer or filmmaker in your life this year, I think this will be a good place for you. So let's jump in. First item up on the list is definitely the coolest one on here. It's lens cleaning cloths. No, it's not the coolest thing to get, but it is a really practical gift, and it is something that I have found myself really enjoying, that I have a bunch of these things on hand. I bought a 30 pack on Amazon for, I think it was about $19.99, and it's really nice to just have a bunch of these in my different camera backpacks or rolling bags or whatever it is. I just always have lens cloths on hand, which is great, not only for my glasses and my actual camera lenses, but it's actually a really useful gift if you scan your own film at home as well. Really good way to either dust off the light bed or dust off your film negatives. So it's a good multi-purpose thing. Again, maybe not the coolest thing out there, but it is one of the most practical things that you can have on hand. Next up on the list is one of my favorite bags and releases of this year, the Long Weekend Monterey Sling. This bag is fantastic. I made a whole video covering it, so if you want to learn more about the details of it, go check that out, linked above. But for the most part, I think this is just a really good gift for any person, but especially for photographers and filmmakers. Use it for film, use it for point and shoots, use it for your wallet, phone, keys, all this good stuff. It's just a really well-made bag by good people, and it's a really good gift for just about anyone. Next up, one of my favorite things that I've talked about in many videos at this point is one of my favorite camera straps, the Peak Design Leash. It's a $45 camera strap that is made of like a seatbelt material. It uses the Peak Design Anchor Link system, a really rugged and reliable system that I have on all of my cameras. So it's very modular, very interchangeable amongst all of those cameras. And I just love how packable it is, how small it is. I can have a couple of these on hand and keep them in different bags, so I know I always have a camera strap. It's really good for point and shoots and smaller cameras in particular, but easily works on a larger Canon R5 mirrorless system, or I even use it with my Mamiya 645 AFD sometimes, just as like a quick in the pinch, you know, you're using it as like a little shoulder strap. It's just really an excellent camera strap that I have gotten so much use out of. So if you want to learn more about this one as well, I did make a different video covering it. But yeah, the Peak Design Leash is a really, really excellent camera strap. Okay, I'll be honest, this next one might be a bit of a stretch, and you might be like, Steven, why are you even suggesting this for photographers and filmmakers? What the heck are these weird rubber little strap things right here? Well, I'll tell you. These are resistance bands. These are from a brand called TRX. I've really enjoyed using these in my own personal workout regimen, and I think they actually could be one of the maybe underdogs of this gift list. The reason I say that is because being a photographer and a filmmaker is actually a surprisingly physically taxing job. And these bands are a really easy and gentle way to help warm up before a long wedding day, or to limber up, to loosen up, to just be kind of ready to go, like primed for whatever it is that you're going to be working on that day. You could be spending 16 hours on a film set, and you know, it's nicer to just start the day feeling like you've actually gotten a little bit of movement in, like your shoulders and your back and your hips and legs are just kind of primed and ready to go. And the real benefit of using resistance bands versus, you know, maybe dumbbells or weight training type things is that these are really packable, really easy to bring with you. So if you have family coming in from out of town and you're looking to give them a gift, they can very easily fly back with this. And it allows you to bring them with you when you travel. I've been traveling a ton this year, and these have been so easy to just throw in my camera backpack. And I always have them in a hotel room or Airbnb. And it's just a really simple way for me to have some way to work out a little bit, or at the very least, just stretch before a day. And I think for the low price of $15, this is a really good little 4-pack with different resistance levels that you could not only get a really good workout in, but at the very least just kind of treat your body well and maintain some level of activity when you're traveling. So these TRX Resistance Bands are high up on here. Honestly, might be my personal favorite on this list, and I think you should consider them for the photographer or filmmaker friend in your life. Continuing on in the kind of related to photography, but not totally, these are two really really awesome products from my friend Todd at Clever Supply Co. This first one is a really wonderful key clip, just a really good thing that everyone needs. And this other is a really sweet little wallet that he makes with a simple main compartment right there with the top flap, and then this elastic band that covers the whole thing. It keeps it all nice and secure. These are two really beautifully made gifts, and everyone needs a wallet and a key clip in their life. So I think these are two really great products that anyone would be happy to get for the holidays. And I'd encourage you to check out Clever Supply. If you are interested, I am not sponsored by Clever Supply, but Todd is a good friend of mine. I am a brand ambassador for them, and you can get 10% off with the code Schultz at checkout. So that's just an extra little discount that you can use while you're shopping this holiday season. But yeah, the key clip and the wallet are two personal favorites of mine, so go check them out. Now moving back to more photo-specific accessories, these two I'm going to kind of mention in the same breath because there's not a ton to say about them, but a good air blower and a SmallRig Multi-Tool are two awesome things to always have on hand for any kind of creative. They're just the kind of tools that you always hope you have on hand, and when you reach for them and they're not there, you're like, dang it, I should have this with me right now. So yeah, air blower and this little SmallRig Multi-Tool. You can find both of these on Amazon or B&H, but for the most part, I think these are two pretty essential accessories for every photographer and filmmaker to have. The air blower, especially if you are scanning film at home on your own, that is a vital thing to have in your kit because there's tons of dust and debris and stuff that can get on your negatives. So having an air blower is really helpful for that. Moving on, Atmosphere Aerosol has long since been a favorite accessory for me for any kind of visuals that I am creating. I think this kind of fog in a can is so cool and so fun to use. It's a lot more accessible than a full fog machine. You can get a can of this for 12 to 15 bucks. You can get a whole pack and buy in bulk and get a better discount than that even. But yeah, these are just so awesome. They're much less of a hassle than a fog machine. You can bring them on a wedding day to get some really cool portraits like you can see here. They're just really fun to experiment with, and you get a lot of really cool haze that just hangs in the air and gives you a lot of room to explore some different styles visually. So Atmosphere Aerosol, definitely consider that for a friend or maybe for yourself this holiday season. Now these last two things are a little on the pricier side, closer in the $100 range rather than the $50 ceiling that I've kind of capped everything else at so far. But the first one is the Rode VideoMic GO II. I have absolutely loved using this microphone this year. I think it is such a cool and versatile little mic. The size of it is great for travel. The sound quality is surprisingly good for the size and for the fact that it has no preamps inside of it. You just plug it straight into your camera and it's recording, which again, for the case of travel, is really convenient because you never have to worry about running out of batteries or changing things or whatever it is. So for those reasons alone, I think it's awesome. But on top of that, it also has a USB-C port in it, and you can plug it directly into your computer and record audio into your computer as well. So you could use it as a voiceover microphone. You could record a podcast with it. I think the versatility of it for the $99 price tag on it is really unmatched. I think it's an excellent microphone, and I'd highly recommend it to anyone who's trying to just have a good microphone on the go. And the very last item that I will mention is actually not a physical gift, but rather a service, a membership to be more precise. Film Supply Club is one of the coolest companies that is working on anything film related, in my opinion. They offer memberships that you subscribe to them at a monthly rate, and then you get access to discounted film. And with the current climate of film and just how expensive everything is right now, I think this is a really cool way to give someone in your life just access to more affordable film. This is a $7 a month subscription at the lowest level, which I think for most people would be plenty. And calculate that over a whole year, $84. You could, if you want to keep it under 50, maybe do half of a year instead. But I think a full annual membership to Film Supply Club would be an awesome gift that would end up saving your family member or a friend ultimately a couple $100 throughout the course of the year because they just have more access to more appropriately priced film. So that is a wrap on my 2022 holiday gift guide for photographers and filmmakers. Again, just wanted to keep things really simple, affordable, all for the most part under that $50 price point that I set for myself, and really just recommend things that would be practical and hopefully inspire some kind of creativity for that photographer or filmmaker friend in your life. Thanks so much for watching, happy holidays, and I will talk to you soon.